Hello students, good morning. In the last session, we have seen about your course, what are the objectives, what are the outcomes, and the experiments you have to do in the labs. So here you are seeing again all experiments. And in the previous session, I told you about the first experiment, introduction to ladder programming, develop and simulate logic gates. So what we learned in that? We learned what model of PLC hardware you have, what is the name of manufacturer or OEM of that PLC. Then we see RSLogix, how you open your computer, and then how you open the program. Then you go to the ladder diagram. In the ladder diagram, how you put the NO, NC and the coil. After that, how you do input addressing, output addressing, and use the coil addressing, and how you use the coil latching and all we have learned. And we also seen all the 7 gates and the experiments of the gates. So I just run through those slides and will come today's topic. Just for a recap, you can see here introduction of the ladder programming, develop, simulate. You can go to the previous video and you can learn again. Then you see this kind of things, how your ladder diagrams looks like, what is the meaning of rails, what is the rung, what is the switch, what is the output, and you see the relay logic, then you see the PLC logic, and you see the gate logics also. After that, how to use RSLogix 500 Allen Bradley software, step by steps. You have seen what is the first step, what is the second step, then third step, then fourth step, then the fifth step, then your seventh step. So these are the steps you learned in the previous chapter. So I think if you are not able to understand, you go again and you try to learn. Then we learn about the addressing, contacts, coils, timer. What is the timer? Timer on delay, timer off delay, retentive timer. You have to go and you do more study for the theory of that, and then the practical. After that, we see the timers. Then we see the more about the timer, what is the DIN bit, what is the TT bit, okay, what is the done bit. Then we see the counter, up counter, down counter, how we are using that counter done bit for the PLC programs. And after that, we have the introduction of the ladder diagram for gates. So we have seen all the 7 gates. So I need not to revision, full revision you have to do with the previous slides. You can see here gate, truth table, AND gate, and AND gate output. Then OR gate, same thing, NOT gate, similar thing. Then you see about the NAND gate, then you see about the NOR gate, and after that we see the XOR gate and XNOR gate. Okay, here you can see in a one slide I try to explain you AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, NAND gate. The slide you can see now, this is a new, it's not included in the previous session. So here you can see all these 1, 2, 3, 4 gates, 1, 2, 3, 4 gates in a one slide, and rest of the slide gates you see here NOR, XOR, XNOR gates. Now today what I want to tell you, how to make your experiment lab files. What are the content of the files, how you have to make the files. And I expect when I meet the next sessions, then at least some of you will come with your files of at least 4 experiments which already explained to you. So now we will see, this is the practical file certificate page. You have these formats with you. You have to write down your name, your class, your roll number, and complete practical work, certificate in Department of Instrumentation Engineering, then date, HOD sign, and the project in charge sign. Fine. Then index page. In the index page, you can make index page for all the 8 experiments, but I have explained you all the 10 experiments in your syllabus. Out of 10, you can write any 8. Then after this, in the practical experiment file, what are the different components. So first is your experiment number, then your title of the experiment, then aim of experiment, what are the components you used, objectives, theory, procedure, then the observations, and then the most important is the screenshots of RSLogix 500, so that we will understand you actually did the work and you get to know the knowledge of the PLC, the ladder diagrams, and how to do the execute the practical on the software and the hardware. And in the last, the conclusion. So here you can see here, see, first is the experiment number, here, title of experiment, this is aim, components, you are using PC, emulator, then input output switches and lamps for that. After that, what is the objective of this experiment, then the theory part. So you have to see these all things in a lab file. After that, observations, these are the observations, gate to table addressing, gate to table addressing, right? For all the 7 gates you have to do this. Then procedure, how you do it, you on the PLC simulator create a new project, develop a logic diagram, okay, then commute to inputs in simulator series, connect the output coils, right? So what you did in your lab during the practical, these are the procedure you have to write. This is for your reference only. Then observations, what is the observation, and then the conclusion. And in the last, you have to have a snapshot of your RSLogix practicals. How you are developed the ladder diagram, where is the addressing, what is the name of gate, what is the rung number, how ladder looks like, these all you have to do it here. So this all about your experiment file, how you have to prepare the file. You are expected to prepare now file. If you have any problem, you can always reach out to me and the other faculties concerned for this practical course, and you please complete it. Thank you very much.